Basically any career where she travels frequently. Obviously, sex worker, major red flag. Sorry, Christy.
It's okay. I would never date you ever in my life. So
that's
I'm
cool.
fine
I don't
with
date
that.
sluts, so it's all good.
Yeah, I don't date guys that don't pay for the first date.
I don't. That's
I'm fine. I mean, I know everyone at the table wouldn't.
Brian, you went really hard with that. And she
Someone
you guys, if you don't pay for the first date, you're like, yeah, I don't take.
If you're not paying, wait, you don't pay for the first date, Brian?
There's some circumstances where I will pay for the first date.
But isn't that a good way to weed out the libs and stuff? Because I know you don't want to date a feminist lib, and if she's like, "Oh, sure, yes, I'll pay," because I believe women should pay or whatever, like.
I think you should go to the
that is a fair point. Hold on.
Bender the Offender donated $99. Travel nurses are 304 on tour.
Yeah. Not only the stressful job, but they're traveling to their new city. I mean, for a long-term partner, unless you're going to fucking lock her down in the 2 months, 6 weeks, 3 months that she's on assignment, unless she's like, okay, I'll stick around here and get a job. I don't think 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months is a long enough time to be dating a chick and for her to like make the decision, okay, I really like this guy, I'm going to stick in this city. She's off to the next city. So long-term, not great. And well, even short-term, high body count. So what were you talking about?
A liberal woman is going to be okay with you not paying. A conservative girl or a libertarian girl is not going to be okay with that. So if you're foregoing not offering to pay, then you're only going to attract those girls.
Here's the thing, though, is that if you do pay, liberal women are fine with that, too.
Are they?
Liberal women, yeah, like on the first date, free dinner.
Is anyone on the panel a feminist?
Anybody?
No.
Madison, back there. What?
I'll play devil's advocate.
What? Are you a feminist, man?
Definitely is not.
Damn it, we need some. We had one girl who was gonna be on who would.
I can play a feminist.
No,
if that'll juice everything up.
No, we don't want to like stage. That is a good point, but I would say like, I think even liberal women, like we've had liberal women on the show, and they're like, yeah, I'd prefer if the guy paid. So, like, I don't think the paying thing is gonna be. I mean, if you meet somebody on a dating app, I think most people like will put their politics and shit. So,
do they?
On dating
apps?
I do.
Yeah, it's a whole section.
I do too.
Wow.
But,
and your
Very
religion.
big part of it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, it's been a long time
And
since
now,
I've been
and
on
now
Tinder,
they want to know if you want kids or
Yo,
not.
but look,
Okay.
we talked about the not paying thing on the first date. Christy, last show, you admitted, despite your claims to being a traditional woman, you admitted you were like, you had multiple talking stages, right?
Yeah.
Last show, you had multiple talking
and then,
stages.
So one of the guys, because you asked what happened to some of them, one of them after this podcast offered me a job.
What? One of the dudes you're talking?
Yeah, he offered me a job.
To
So
be a bedroom acrobat?
He has he has like a luxury car rental company, so he wants me to like kind of like be like get him pay me to I guess be like a broker to like get him luxury car clients.
Well, but you had multiple talking stage.
Yeah, I mean,
you were talking to multiple guys.
Yeah, I was mainly talking to two people. Like I've been on like dates before I left with two people in Miami.
Okay. So that is precisely one of the reasons.
But they paid for everything.
That's great. That is precisely one of the reasons why I, as a guy, don't want to pay on the first date, because women are talking to multiple men.
But like also, like, do you know how much money women are spending to get like their hair, their nails, their outfit just to even look good for you on the first date?
That's
probably
It's not true because a lot of women do it themselves. So that's.
But I mean, it does cost money to like get your nails done, get your hair done, get your eyelashes done, makeup.
But it's like, but you can't just expect that on a first date and expect a man to be taking you out to like some nice ass restaurant just because you got all pretty, which is what you do every day.
How much money should a man spend on a first date?
150 around. I feel like a good, like if you're going to a sit down dinner.
US dollars?
Yeah, like
No, I think 80
or if
to
it's
90.
like a dinner, if it's like a nice, if you're taking me to, if you're going to dinner, like a sit down
Decent dinner and each get at least one cocktail, $80 to $90.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we arguing that it's not that much?
No,
Or-
no. I'm just saying if you guys like nowadays with it being so everything's so expensive now, and it's like if a guy is taking you to a restaurant like that with drinks and everything, drinks,
Could be
2
$100,
entrees,
yeah.
appetizer, like that's gonna be up there.
What do you
know?
think, Christy? How much?
I go on a lot of oyster dates because I love
Oysters are $8.
Because I love to fuck.
I love
Yeah, there it is.
Yes, I love oysters. So much.
Is that a business write-off for you?
I don't pay for it.
Okay.
I don't pay for my dates ever, but yeah, I go on a lot of first dates for oysters, so I know the bill is pretty expensive because I know oysters are expensive.
Are you
and we're
chewing
gonna
or
get other
swallowing?
food. I actually chew them and then I swallow them because
I
I
hear
like
that.
to really like get the taste
I know,
of
same.
the ocean.
I heard oyster girls are red flags because it's just the most expensive thing.
No,
They know
it's
they
the
taste
best.
so
They're
good.
so good.
And it's such a fun experience to try like every single type on the menu and like compare.
Because they're from different places, they all taste different.
Yeah,
they all taste
exactly.
very different.
And it's a fun activity to like talk about it and compare them.
True.
I don't know. This whole like women do more or spend more money to get ready. I've already made this argument before, but a lot of women say they don't wear makeup for men. They don't do XYZ for men. So if
I
you're
do.
okay, well, some women. Like,
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, but-
I
but,
think
like,
I
most
think
women-
it depends on the situation, like where I'm going. Like if I'm going on a date, yes, for the men. But if I'm going out or like hanging with the girls, it's not for it's not for the men.
I think some
Okay.
people just do it to not look like shit.
Or
Like-
or
like
that.
I wake up in the morning, I just go, that's what I'm dealing with, is it? Okay, fair enough.
Oh no,
that's
it's just
what I
like, do we
do.
just tabulate all the ways men and women prepare themselves, not just on the day of, but throughout their entire life? Like,
Yeah, I mean it's like
just-
guys pay for dates, girls pay to look good for the guys that want to take them on dates.
yeah, but guys do things to make themselves look good on the first
yeah,
date
but
too.
they don't spend nearly as much time or effort or money in doing
You're
it.
right.
It's-
You know
it's
what? I
so
actually
easy.
agree with you. I think
Yeah.
women shouldn't wear as much makeup as they do. I don't think they should be so fixated on their physical appearance. I don't think that they should get plastic surgery and fake tits and lipo and lip fillers and all this sort of. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, you might get a second date.
Huh?
Might get a second date. Reduce the makeup and everything else that feel like we being catfish.
How many women would be offended though if, as the guy, you said, "Hey, don't wear. Listen, I don't want you to wear any makeup on our date. Don't wear any makeup. You can maybe take a shower or whatever, but don't wear any makeup."
Honestly, I wouldn't get offended. Like Frankie says that all the time. I honestly take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
I
you're
look
dating
better
him.
without
Like
makeup.
I'm saying, like first date.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like,
for
I feel
my
like-
first date, I didn't wear makeup.
Okay.
Me
I would
and my
tell-
boyfriend, we did like a sushi date. This is like when we were first getting together. Like I didn't wear makeup.
But here's the thing though. What if the guy conceivably spent more getting ready for his first date? So then, like, under those circumstances, should
Well, it's not saying like
The girl pay.
we're not gonna look good. We're just not beating.
no?
our
But I'm
face.
asking Christy. You
Oh.
said, well, okay, the guy should pay because we spend more money getting ready. But like, let's say in some scenario, the guy actually spent more money getting ready.
I think the guy should always pay, but I think in general, like people don't take into account that a girl is spending a lot of time, money, and effort just to get ready for this guy for the date.
Okay, so that's one argument.
But I also will say like, I get hit on the most when I'm like out in my glasses, like not wearing makeup. Like the days I just don't care and I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna go run my errands. That's when I like get hit on the most.
Okay.
Well, you know what Drake said.
What? Oh,
Sweatpants, hair tied,
the
chilling with no
best I
makeup
ever had.
on.
Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the
I wonder
prettiest.
if
I hope you
people.
don't take it wrong.
I wonder if girls would agree to come on the panel sometime if it was a all makeup free panel. If girls would agree to come on the show.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But okay, like
But the thing is also though, like I would totally do that, but I have eyelash extensions, so like
Look-
does that count? Because I'm not gonna take
here,
those
let's
off.
move away from the makeup component of like paying. Guys should pay for the first date because women spend more getting ready. I mean, the original point I made is you said you were in the talking stage with two dudes, and now all of a sudden you're getting back with your ex who was out of the picture. Like
engaged
this is
now, yeah.
precisely the way women move, which makes me not want to upfront fall into the provider frame. Like, I'm not going to pay on a first date for a girl who's dating 3 other dudes or who's fucking 3 other dudes. Like, you expect me to pay for a first date and you're fucking another dude?
Okay, so the solution to
Hell
this
no.
is to just go out for a drink. You don't have to commit to dinner on the first night.
No, you don't even.
Coffee.
Yeah, you could go to coffee. You could get
Yes,
one
I
cocktail.
agree with that. But even in that circumstance, excuse me, I'm just tripping over my words. You still shouldn't pay, even if it's a $10 drink.
Again, it's just this
You
victim
don't-
mentality. It's
Until
so
I know
unattractive.
you're not fucking
Yeah,
another dude,
agree.
I'm not paying for you on a first date.
Isn't it worth just throwing that $10 in for a drink just to work out whether or not you like this person?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
okay.
what I'm saying.
So for me, this is more of a principle thing. If you, as a guy, if you want to min-max your success when it comes to women, you should pay for the first date, because it's conceivable that you go on a date with a girl who's otherwise meets your standards and she's bent out of shape because you don't want to pay for the first date. So if you want to min-max as a dude, yes, you should pay. However, for me, it's just a matter of principle. You don't get the traditional treatment. I'm not going to fall into my traditional gender roles with a woman who may very well be, and this is the way a lot of women are moving and the way a lot of men are moving too.
Okay.
If you're sleeping with other men, if you're dating other men while you're talking to me, I don't want to pay for you. We can split, and then when we're in a committed relationship, then we can have a conversation about traditional gender roles. But if you're fucking another dude, you're talking to another dude, I'm not going to be a sucker. I'm not going to pay for you.
I'm
And
like
it-
also not trying to talk to multiple people
But
at
you
once,
are.
but like that's just what happens when you're dating. Like the first guy that I was talking to,
It's not.
well,
No, it's
after
not
I
just
went on a
what
first
happens.
date with him, I wasn't like going on the apps or anything, but when things start to progress not as quickly, like we went on a lot of dates and then things started to slow down, and then I met someone out when I was wearing my glasses, so then I went on another date with him. But if the first guy progressed things along faster, I would have never accepted like a date with someone else.
How many dates did you go on with the guy when you started seeing this other guy? 3, 4, 5 dates?
I think around like 5, probably like 5, I think.
How much did you guys go out to nice dinners?
Well,
And
we went to
you said oysters and shit. How much did he spend on you?
We went to 11 and we had a table, so I mean, couple grand.
This is exactly why you shouldn't pay for a girl on the first date.
But we had a great
You admit
time.
you were, but
And it
that's-
wasn't my idea; it was his.
right. But you admit to talking to multiple men, and this is precisely the reason I
But
advise men to not be a sucker and not pay for women on first dates.
This is why you guys clowned on me for saying on the first date I say I'm dating for marriage. So then like look, our intentions are on the table. You can even put that as a setting on Hinge. I'm dating for marriage.
Well, that wouldn't preclude you necessarily from dating like multiple men.
Did old mate?
You're like living in this you're living in this state of fear, and I'm telling
It's
you,
not about fear.
every day my primary audience is young conservative women.
That's great.
Who are 25 to 35, who either are married or are looking to get married, that have these traditional values. I'm saying I talk to these women all day, every day. There are tons of women like this out there, and you won't even take the risk to pay for one drink to get to know these women that are everything that you're saying you don't want.
I will be a traditional man when women return to tradition.
How can we return to tradition? There's no traditional man to show up for.
Okay. Well, first off, I mean, sorry. Repeat your statement.
We are trying. Me and so many women I know are trying to be traditional women, but there are no traditional men to show up for.
Let me ask you a question. So, and please don't take this the
I mean,
wrong
they're
way.
few and far between.
On your Instagram, you have bikini photos.
Yes.
If a guy you started dating came along and said, "I want you to take that down," would you?
Yes.
But you have those up on your Instagram.
Okay. I mean, I think to me a bikini picture isn't a big
It's
deal.
not. I mean, I think modesty.
A bikini picture at the pool or the beach. I don't think it's a problem.
Modesty coincides with tradition, I would say.
Okay, that's fair. Then yes,
No.
I would be willing to hear it. But I'm just saying, like for me and so many other women, we're wanting to go on dates, we're wanting to find somebody to marry, and then there's people like you who are like, well, I'm just taking myself out of the dating game completely. Then what are we supposed to do?
Well, marriage-minded women should not I don't think they ought to date me. Again, I'm open to long term.
That's fair.
No, I'm open to, again, monogamous long term partner. It could happen. You never know.
I'll also say I think I literally have like one bikini picture on Instagram. I have hardly any.
I don't know. I didn't do a deep dive. I saw a couple.
Yeah, I think one.
I saw a couple, maybe a slight look. It's not the fucking crime of the century, but like guys, it's like I think these girls be posting Bible verses in their fucking Instagram, and they got bikini, like really revealing like
Yeah, that's
bikini
true.
photos, and it's like, look, some guys don't mind, but it's like it's not really traditional. Now, when it comes to paying for the first date, like, again, we had Christy here. She admits, I mean, she's dating multiple men. I've been on dates with women where I'll ask them. I'm like, hey, because I'm pretty upfront about that. I'm like, hey, are you seeing other guys? And a lot of women, some aren't always upfront, but some are. And like, even average, unremarkable women, I was on a date, this was a couple years ago, met her on Hinge. She had just downloaded the app 3 days prior. Oh, she had just sorry guys, there's some sound outside. She had just downloaded the app. 3 days in, I think I went on a date with her on her fourth date after having had the app. She had already been on 2 dates, and then she said she had 2 dates planned for the weekend. And I'm like, at that point, I've just lost all interest.
Yeah, well, that was super dumb on her part to even say
No,
that.
it's not. Well, I don't.
Yeah,
go
she's
to
dating
work.
as a job.
Oh, it's dumb that she revealed it to me, or dumb
Yeah.
that she's doing that?
I mean, both, but like very stupid
Well, I think
to
it's
stay on a
good.
date. Like, I've got some other guys lined up after you.
Right. Like,
Yeah, but that's being honest, because as a guy, I don't want to deal with a girl that's dating other dudes. It's very easy to be dating one person at a time. And if you're serious as a guy, or, well,
It's just
as
weird
a girl,
to me to want that standard from a girl, but you're not willing to date for marriage yourself. It's just weird how you're basically expecting her to be dating for marriage, like only talking to one person at a time.
Hold on, but you're confusing commitment with marriage. You can be committed to one person and not get married. You can be monogamous and not get married. You can have kids and not get married.
Yeah.
You can have a lifelong partner and not get married.
No, that's true. I'm just saying on the dating. I'm just saying when it comes to being on a first date. I mean,
Will you just marry someone already?
I'm not
buy
gonna
me
do
a
it.
fucking drink.
I'm not going to
But
do
if
it.
it's a first date, so are you, like in your ideal situation, are you saying that they should not even set up another date until they've either gone on enough dates with you to either say this is a yes or no?
Sorry, could you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah, because most people, when they're using dating apps, they're talking to multiple people, and then some become dates, some don't. So you're saying that you don't want to be on a first date with a girl. You don't want the girl who you're on a first date with to also be dating other guys. So then
There's degrees to it.
I think there's a difference between going on
degrees.
dates with multiple guys. Like if you're single and it's your first date, obviously you've gone on dates with other people than sleeping
Sure.
with multiple guys.
Yeah, there's degrees to it, right? So, like, do I find it as like if a girl went on a date the week prior and she's got I mean, I probably would object if she's going on a date with me and she's got a date planned for the day after, but there's degrees to it. So if she's sleeping with another guy and she's going on a date with me, no, that's a no-go for me.
So would you say, for you, is there a difference between sleeping with other guys versus dating other guys, like going on multiple first dates to see who they want to commit to?
There's degrees to it.
Yeah.
Like if there's, obviously I recognize, like if she's single and we just met, there's potentiality for crossover.
Yeah.
However,
So I think what she's kind of saying is that, say she has 3 dates lined up, she hasn't slept with anyone. Whenever you
3 dates
don't
lined up,
pay
I'm
for
done.
the drink,
I'm out.
You're
I'm out.
sort of
She's
out of the
planning for
competition,
failure,
you know?
Like this, she's giving no hope to the potential for a relationship. She's like, oh,
I'm
Is
just
it-
like,
it's
she's
gonna
got
fail.
3 other, yeah, exactly. She's
You
got
know,
3 other
I'm
dates
not that
lined up.
interested.
I don't like, nah.
I don't usually
So
have dates
then you're
lined
saying
up
that
like
you want her to go on a first date, go on a second date, maybe third date, she's unsure, stop dating you, then start dating someone else.
What do you mean?
So
I think it's pretty easy to date one person at a time. I think that is the best way for women to maneuver.
Is it
And I
just
suppose,
is it just like the dating thing that throws you off, like the dates, or is it like in the back of your head, you're like, oh, I know you're about to go smash him.
Well, you never know. Like, she might not even be honest. Like, a lot of people aren't going to be honest about, you know, if they're seeing other people up front on the first date. So the way that I know people move, especially here in Southern California, they're fucking 1, 2, 3 other people. That's what I have to assume going in. So, like, that's my hesitation for paying for the first date.
No offense, but it just sounds kind of cheap. Like, is it really that big of a deal to pay for someone's coffee? Like,
but couldn't you direct that question to women?
I mean,
are women cheap? But are women cheap? Because
but that's like us saying that we're gonna go and take care of this guy on the first. Like, we're gonna cook dinner for him on the first date.
I would have.
I actually think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, because then you're inviting a guy over.
But that's your house on your first.
Well, it doesn't have to be at your place. It could be at his.
No, I wouldn't want to go to some guy's house on the first date.
Yeah. No, I mean, not to date,
never.
but like.
I didn't say no. I said I don't want to. I don't want to go to a guy's house.
Hey, if she's down,
you could do it in like your apartment building. If there's like a common area, some have the kitchens. Like maybe
the
in like
common area.
I don't know. I
at a local campsite.
But would you accept that as a first date?
I don't. Yeah, like a home cooked meal. I would accept that as a first date.
Come to your house that you don't know. Yeah, like I would cook for someone. I would take the time to like do that for someone. Yeah.
I would do that too, but it'd have to be like a 3rd or 4th date.
That's what I'm. I don't
just because it's dangerous to like have someone you don't know like over your house. But
agreed.
Look, I don't know. I think, are women ever really truly single? Are they ever truly single? There's always some dude. There's always some dude in the picture. There's always some dude in the picture. They've got a fuck buddy. They got somebody they're sleeping with.
And then they meet someone, and then they're like, "Oh, I like this person a lot more," and then they start giving them their attention.
But here's my position.
But just like being single in the wild, you're
here's
always
my
talking
position.
to people.
I don't even want to pursue a girl if she's sleeping with another guy. If I know you're sleeping with another guy, that's a wrap for me. I don't want to go on a date with you. I don't want to pay for a first date. I don't want to hold your hands.
Then
I don't want
really
to
the girl
kiss
you're
you.
looking for is going to be in the church, but you don't want to pursue marriage.
Donated
Hold on just a sec.
$99. Isaac, didn't know you were going to be a guest on the show. I'm a huge fan. Tell these women what a good woman is and what a good man wants in a good woman. Love your content, Isaac, and you too, Brian.
I'll tell you about women.
Thank you, Max, Zach.
Yeah, I don't know. I go back to the best friend thing. I think you can really figure out a lot about a person. And I think for a first date, go for a walk. If you don't want to spend any money and you don't want to commit yourself financially, go and do something like that. And then over time, these things will sort of sort themselves out. But yeah, the whole thing about having 3 or 4 dates lined up, I think for a man, that feels very, I don't know, it just feels shit. You don't want to feel shit going into a date.
I actually love the walk idea. Like, I've actually had a couple first dates where, like, we take my dog for a walk and, like, you can just conversate with someone.
Is that a you?
That's honestly like a
why are you laughing,
that's
Q?
like a great idea. I love taking my dogs for walks.
Is this a euphemism? What do you?
No, like I'm fine with that idea. But
with
if
what?
you are going with going for a walk date, that's fine.
She just said
But if you are gonna go to a date that you have to spend money, then it's like the guy should pay. But if the guy doesn't want to, then come up with a creative date, like going for a walk.
Q, what you got for us?
just the fact that she said take my dog for a walk. Like how is that a date? Why
can't we take my dog?
Is it the duration that it takes as long for your dog to shit, or like?
No, like go for a nice walk. I live in Miami. There's so many. I don't want to like give away my.
Fake Sazul 69 donated 99.